Hello and welcome back to Thirsty Thursday Toys, where I do nerdy drink recipes and toy reviews every Thursday and sometimes some other stuff. If you're already subscribed, thank you and welcome back. Today's drink I called the Cretaceous Ghidorah, named after the three-headed kaiju itself. Take your glass, add some ice. You're going to start with 1 shot of ginger liqueur. Now I gotta say, I have tried a lot of ginger-flavored liqueurs out there. Sometimes you can get away with the cheap stuff, but not with ginger. I highly recommend buying the more expensive stuff. The taste is going to be well worth it. 1 shot of this. 1 shot of vanilla liqueur. 3 shots of club soda. And about 4 dashes of orange bitters. Cheers! Today we're going to be looking at 4 of the most proportionate, highly detailed Bandai Creataceous Ghidorah figures. I was going to say the entire collection, but there are some cast figures, there are some like super deformed ones, so today we're looking at these 4. Let's start with the biggest one and work our way down. This is the Toho Kaiju series Cretaceous Ghidorah. Stands at about 6.5 inches tall, wingspan of about 10 inches, and is about a foot long from the tip of its nose to the tip of its twin tails. This tag is labeled G14 in the series, has that Toho Kaiju series label on it. This is the Hakuaki-kata Ghidorah, the Cretaceous period King Ghidorah. Tag on mine is a little bent, but it's been around since 1998. Look at that price, 980 yen. Does have that silver Godzilla sticker. You've got some other information inside. The paint on this one is phenomenal. Figure is cast in a tan vinyl and completely painted over with this golden bronze color. Then you have gold highlights on the toes, on all these armor plating bits, down the legs, down the chest, underneath the necks, along the wings, and all down the spines, along the back, all the way down the tail. On the heads you have those gold horns, white teeth, a glossy red inside the mouth with those red eyes and black pupils. The heads all appear to be the same sculpt. They don't move, they are glued in, but if you really want some articulation, I'm sure you can break the glue there. Otherwise, it does have 5 points of articulation. Both legs, both wings, do a full 360 there, and the tail, do a full 360 around here. So you can get it into some flying poses if you'd like. The detail on this is incredible. Copyright info on the feet. Now the previous figure in the Toho Kaiju series line was G13, the Rainbow Mothra. Here's the theater exclusive version. For the next size down we have the Mothra Kaiju Legend version. Now this one is completely unpainted. It's cast in this metallic soft vinyl that has all these tiny little shiny bits in it. The only paint on these guys are the gold eyes. These were sold as candy toys and they came individually boxed, but it was easy to tell which figure was which. One of the other figures in the set was the Rainbow Mothra. It did not look like this. I painted this one up myself. This one stands at about 4 inches tall. Also depends on how high you make the wings. If you have it up like that, it could go up to about 5 inches. Wingspan is about 6.5 inches. And it's about 7.5 inches from the tip of its tails to the tip of its noses. This guy features 4 points of articulation. You have the wings. You have this waist joint. And you have the tail that again you can get some flying poses in there. Next up we have the high grade version. This is from HG Set 5, which was sold in capsule machines in Japan. This is the shiniest of all of them, ranging from like a bronze gold to a more silvery gold. Down the wings, down the back, on the armor, on the legs, and on these wing parts here. Maybe my least favorite heads of all of them might be the short horns, I'm not sure, but still a pretty sweet figure. Like all high-grade figures, this came in pieces and you had to assemble it yourself. Here we have the main body with 2 heads. Add the middle neck, add the middle head, and based on that you do have this articulation. The legs are together in one piece and they slip right in here. You have your right wing, then your left wing, When you stick them together, they make this square piece, which fits perfectly in this square hole on the back piece. There are also these two holes where these pegs fit right in. Perfect. Last but not least, add the tail. And if you want to be movie accurate, you can just leave this tail separate. I was able to find this bootleg Rainbow Mothra, which is a scaled down version of the Bandai Creations 6-inch figure. Doesn't scale perfectly, but it's a good match on the shelf. And finally, we have the Perfect Mothra Cretaceous Ghidorah. This one comes unpainted, cast in a sparkly yellow rubber, and I mean sparkly. Like I said, it's the Perfect Mothra version. It came boxed with a series of other figures. Now, it looks very gold here in the promotional pictures, but that's not what you'll end up getting. Same with the Mothra from the other set. Looks gold, but ends up being this, which I am fine with. Inside the package, it comes on a tree, and you'll have to assemble it yourself. I did buy a second one just to paint up. You can feel, even if you can't see, some amazing detail on here. And I'm hoping to really bring that out with some paint. So you have the main body, add the tail, plugs right in. On the wings, it's just these tiny little pegs, but they're rubber, so they should not break off anytime soon. That's for both the wings here. Then you have the 3 heads. I've been trying to find a glue that works on rubber, because sometimes like the tail likes to fall off, or the wings like to droop. Yeah, that's going to be a work in progress. Still a sweet figure nonetheless. I figured I'd pair this one with the Mothra that came with the hangers. I just cut the hanger piece off. Looks like a pretty good match. And for some extra fun, there is a prehistoric Mothra larva out there. This one's made by Iwakura, came blind boxed. Adds a little flavor to the shelf. So as always, thank you for subscribing, good luck on your hunt, and please drink responsibly.